Hi, I'm back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Video Games vs. Real Life. In this episode, we will take a look at the hunters from Hunt Showdown, who they are, in what kind of world they live in, and if there exists a real counterpart to these hardy men and women. Hunt Showdown is a competitive first-person shooter. Your goal in this game is to track down and banish a supernatural monster that roams the haunted bayou in Louisiana during the 1890s. The bounty for banishing one of these monsters is worth a fortune, which makes your fellow man and even partners prone to betrayal. After all, there is always some more room for one more corpse in the zombie-infested swamps of Louisiana. The psychological pressure on these individuals is enough to drive a normal person insane, and if you look deeper into the lore of the game, you can see that quite a lot of the hunters developed some very strange coping mechanisms. Fortunately, this is not the topic of the video, but it portrays how hard-boiled you must become to even stand a chance in such a kind of environment, mentally and physically. And that's where I come in. I made the self-test to find out if I am actually a good hunter or not. Barring the supernatural traits you gain when becoming a hunter, you still have to be a good shot and you have to have stamina. Lots and lots of stamina, since every hunter is busy running, jumping and vaulting. So I did just that. Shooting and running. Let's start with shooting first. Up until 2019, I never fired a real gun in my life, and I wanted to change that. Just to see how it feels and how much skill you need to handle a gun. That opportunity was granted to me by one of my dear viewers. So here's a big shout out to Ice Princessin, I hope you're doing fine. Thank you. He's an ex-military who took me down a shooting range and let me fire his very real Mosin Nagant and later on the Winchester, which is the real-life equivalent to the Winfield. It was exciting, I learned a lot and I will remember this event for the rest of my life. On a side note, Crytek did a wonderful job portraying these weapons. The Winchester does not have any recoil at all. In fact, I felt a little worried because shooting and handling this thing felt like I was shooting a BB gun. Still, reloading the weapon is a pain in the ass, but it is kinda easily done. Just like in the game, the Mosin on the other hand has a lot of recoil. Now one thing that is obviously video gamey is how fast and accurately you can shoot. Just aligning one shot correctly with the Mosin required me to go flat on my stomach, breathe steadily and make my shot count. Because reloading the next shot takes a considerable amount of time if you don't know what you're doing. And actually I did practice a little bit more, but showing you a guy who's just shooting and reloading is a bit boring, so moving on to the other topic. And that is, can a human being run as fast and as long as a hunter? Crytek confirmed to me that the maps are 1 kilometer squared in size. So in order to calculate the average speed of a hunter, I took one of my boys to one end of the map, picked a route with the least amount of water and ran to the other end. And it took me about 4 minutes and 41 seconds to run from end to end. He might have been a bit faster since I had to cap some zombies on the way, but that's our baseline. Now all we need are some physics. Velocity equals distance through time, and that gives us a little more than 12 kilometers per hour. And for my US friends, above 7.5 miles per hour. Now, okay, that sounds impressive, but how good is that, actually? In order to find that out, I thought back to my high school days and the dreaded Cooper test. It's a test of physical fitness which was designed for the military, which seems kinda fitting for the scenario. You need to run 12 minutes straight, and then, based on how many meters you ran, you will be given a score. The score ranges from excellent to poor, as usual, and it is also dependent on your age. So, if a hunter aged 30 to 40, which is about my age, which grade would he get if he ran for 12 minutes straight? And the answer is not really clear. A hunter with an average speed of 12.7 kilometers per hour amounts to 2,548 meters in 12 minutes. That means a male hunter is rated as above average, with the lower limit being 2,300 meters, while a female hunter is rated as excellent and the lower limit being 2,500 meters. And since we're already above 2,500, I would say let's make that our limit. Let's keep it that way. The real question is, when will I be too slow to fall into the excellent female category? By adding second after second to the initial run and then scaling it up to the Cooper test again, I was able to figure out the exact time my grade falls below excellent. And it is 4 minutes 47 seconds for 1 kilometer. Anything slower than that, and I am not fit to be a hunter. And as you can imagine, I failed miserably at the beginning. Cut back to November 2020 when I did my first run. I clocked in at about, 4 minutes 51 seconds? So that was way too slow. I was very disappointed and I felt very sick afterwards. But worst of all is that I failed to notice a vital detail during this run. The hunters in the game also carry their equipment as well, which I totally forgot to factor in, and I wanted to do this properly, so... If you have ever doubts whether I'm crazy or not, here's your answer. I bought a training vest. So, new goal. Run the same distance in the same time with additional weight. But how much weight are we talking about? Well, in order to figure that out, we have to look at the equipment a hunter has, find some real-life counterparts for it, and add the weight up. I like the Mosin very much, which is why I will choose that weapon as my main arm. With ammunition, a normal Mosin weighs about 4.5 kilograms. As a sidearm, I'll take the Nagant M1895, which weighs a little less than 1 kilogram, with ammunition. Still not done, we have medkits, we have grenades, we have wire bombs, and maybe a little bit of water. But since not every hunter takes the same equipment with him, I had to cheat a little bit, so I counted the basics, and a little bit of extra that I would take, and I added that up, and the total sum is 9 kilograms. Fuck. And I am going to be totally honest, my first attempts at beating this challenge were a total failure, utter failure. This was something I could not crack in a weekend. I needed time and preparation for that. So I did a lot of cardio and I increased the weight in the vest gradually, starting at 2 kilos. As soon as I could clock in consistently under 5 minutes, I put some more weight in the vest and did it again and again. But as soon as I hit 5 kilograms, my body started to ache. I couldn't do it anymore. I wasn't able to run it in under 5 minutes. Not possible. Another few modifications needed to be made. First off, a diet change. Get rid of soft drinks except for occasional events. Get more protein-based food and get a regular sleep schedule. Second, working out. Lots and lots of working out. Which meant Monday, workout after work. Tuesday, cardio. Wednesday, workout. Thursday, cardio with vest. Friday, go to a swinger club and relax. And that is complete bullshit. I went to the gym again and worked out. And gradually, I started to see the results. This is a photo at the beginning, and this is how I look now. The challenge started in August 2020. Now it's November 2021, and I was finally able to run the course with a full loadout of 9 kilograms.
I did it. I don't know if you can see this. I'm gonna make a screenshot and blend it in. I did it.
And you would think I would be satisfied at this point in time, right? You can't run and hunt without encountering at least some roadblocks like zombies, which means that I have to run, shoot, and reload at the same time. I love that gun. So I bought some wood, some cardboard, and I printed out some zombie targets.
There we go. I'm gonna have fun shooting you. Ah, fuck. Yep, it's fun.
Then I called up a good friend who helped me set up the targets and also pilot the drone. And in the middle of snowfall, I started running again. And just because I needed some music to run this again with higher stakes, you're gonna listen to what I listen to. If you don't like the music, now's the time to press the mute button. Now, I know that only a handful of people will be here anymore. The rest clicked already away, but I don't care. It also gives me a chance to get a little bit more personal with you. I initially wanted to make this challenge because, well, cool idea, cool video, but it turned into so much more. I really thought I could do this in 1 week, maybe 2 weeks tops. And it blew up. It got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I wanted to do this and this and this. And I'm happy I did it, but I'm gonna be honest, like, I wanted to give up. I really wanted to give up so many times. There were trials and tribulations. Whew, boy. I have a message for my past self and my future self. Fuck you for making me do this. It's cold, it's windy, and it's raining a little bit, and I am here. Right now I am just pissed. One more lap. But then something happened that made me realize something. And ever since then, my motivation has never been higher. Lots of stuff happened during the last year, and it wasn't easy. I'm not talking about myself, I am talking about the whole situation we're in. It wasn't easy for you, it wasn't easy for me. So, starting this new year, allow me to say something. Good job for still being here. I am proud of you, and you are doing well. And even if you feel completely lost at the moment, like you're all alone out in the bayou, fighting against monsters of the imaginary and real kind, I beg you, play your solo till the end. You are worth it. And if you get out there, I'm sorry, if you come out there, and I promise you, you will come out victorious, bathed in the blood of your enemies and monsters. You will feel good. And you might finally start living and not just surviving. So I beg you, play your solo till the end. You're worth it. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.